because curses use curses use negative curse energy to heal, while RCT uses positive curse energy. So I'm saying because you're asserting this to be the case or arguing this to be the case, right? And there's a distinction. I'm applying skepticism to your argument and asking why would it still be applicable?
Are you done? My fault. I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, I'm done. You can talk.
Okay. My fault. So the only reason why I keep bringing up the curses is while the healing is different in terms of like you break it down to the smallest, it itself is still using the very aspect of cursed energy to heal. So cursed energy, we both agree that cursed energy is like broken up by two things, right? Positive and negative. But the thing they both have in common is it's still fundamentally cursed energy. And cursed energy comes from negative emotions. So it still all stems from that negative. So again, I don't feel like while there's a distinction between healing
The
with cursed
core,
energy.
you can say the fundamentals of anything if you break it down to the bare bones are similar, but because when you add on stuff to the fundamentals, there starts being distinctions, right? At the bare bones, all sorcerers are human. That doesn't, you can't draw a conclusion from something so broad, right? Sure,
The problem is I'm not drawing something so broad. I'm giving.
Yeah. So you're saying that fundamentally they are just cursed energy, but I'm saying because there's levels to it, because there's negative cursed energy and there's positive cursed energy, and that's a direct distinction for you to correlate that you can't heal from negative, so you also can't heal from positive, would just be unjustifiable, or you haven't provided a justification is a better way to put it.
So the scan I just sent, right? It goes into more in depth what reverse curse technique is, which is important because it tells us where like curse energy itself comes from. And
let me read this. Yeah, so it says, I'll just read the bottom part. Negative times negative equals positive. Curse energy, negative times curse energy, negative equals positive. This is a multiplication of negative of curse. Yeah, that's what it's saying. I know. Gojo also states this, right? It's just reaffirming.
Yeah, Gojo also states it. So the reason I brought that up was because of the fact that it literally tells us that like they all stem from cursed energy, and just because they're two different things, like negative cursed energy, right? Heals you. While like you're saying that positive curse energy from what curses, like since they're both like negative, they're using two different types of curse energy.
Curses are just made up of negative curse energy. They're literally the embodiment of curse energy.
Yeah. So what I'm getting at here is because curses, right? If they're negative, their reverse curse technique, right, would be positive. Right? Do you agree to that?
Wait, my bad. Could you repeat that? My bad.
Like the curse's reverse curse technique would be positive.
I don't know why curses even have reverse curse technique. That's the reason we went into.
I'm not saying that. No. I'm saying like my bad. When I say reverse curse technique, I'm like giving air quotes. I don't know why I thought you could fucking see that. That's not me. I'm thinking retarded on that one. What I'm saying is like if theoretically they could use reverse curse technique, right? Since they are negative and reverse curse technique itself
is positive.
Yeah, it should still be a negative.
If we go under a hypothetical that somehow, some way, curses could use reverse technique, then yeah, it would be positive. But
so what I'm getting at is the applications are the exact same. So it's still positive energy.
Yeah. So this is what I said earlier, right? Yes, the application or what it stems from, two things can heal you, but how they do it can be different, and that's my main issue, right?
There's no evidence to show that they're different. Like that's what I'm getting at.
It's an argument from ignorance. Just because there hasn't been evidence provided for, you're arguing from the lack of, you're drawing a conclusion from the lack of evidence. Just because there isn't evidence for one half doesn't imply the contrary. There also isn't evidence that they're the same, right?
That's okay, sure. I guess if you want to go down that, that's fine. But my point is, there's not enough evidence to draw that conclusion. Even if it's an argument from ignorance, that doesn't mean it's not invalid because we don't have enough evidence to come to that conclusion.
If you wanna say, okay, but
that's insane.
My bad. The problem is I can flip that on you and say, oh, there isn't any evidence they're the same, so they're not the same. You're saying
there is evidence. I've given you evidence for them being the same, and that's coming from
that's what I want to go into. What evidence have you provided?
The fact that they both come from curse energy itself. Okay. The applications of the two aren't different.
Okay, I think I've already provided.
And you've agreed to the applications of not being different. And I still have asked, like, again, multiple times for curse energy being able to heal the soul. And you still have yet to provide that as well.
You cool with so Ace just joined when we started arguing this. You cool with Ace judging
That's fine if Poker wants to as well.
Yeah, they can both chime in. I don't really care. Or this whole VC can give their judgment. I'm cool with that. I think I've already kind of like we're going in like big circles. I think I've already provided a defeater for that. You want to just like conclude on this real quick?
That's fine, I guess.
Okay, you can give your conclusion. Ace, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nigga, you sleepy as shit.
He,
But
he just woke up from a nap.
Bro, no, this, bro, I was in the middle of just chilling, bro. I was about to start drawing again. This nigga Eloz like, I'm judging this shit for me. Like,
bro,
what the fuck?
Weka fucking fell asleep, bro. Fat
Bro,
ass.
Weka's awake. He just doesn't want to judge. He literally just was typing in chat, bro.
Anyways, short. My bad.
Okay.
Vogan?
So yeah.
Yeah, you can conclude.
All right. So the start of my premise was basically, again, like the win con was him cutting with Soul Splitter Katana, which the point would then go into us talking about the applications of Soul Splitter Katana. If a character, which he originally brought up that a character like Sukuna could heal from it, which we went on then a tangent talking about like the applications of reverse curse technique. Then we brought up in the question if Maki truly knew what she was talking about and the fact that Toji had like more proficiency. And then we went into the applications of cursed energy itself, which I feel like I won that point because of the fact of I've asked for evidence for multiple claims that he made that he didn't give. And I also have given multiple scans that prove my point of them coming from the same source. So the applications, he also agreed the applications would be the same. So
I could give my conclusion though. So just to summarize it pretty quickly, I did agree the application being that they both heal are the same. I question the metric they use to heal, right? One can heal to a greater degree, possibly. Also, he keeps saying he gave evidence for it. I gave an analogy with the fact that if you break something down to the bare minimum, everything can correlate with the fact I gave the analogy where all Jujutsu sorcerers are human. Doesn't mean they necessarily correlate in any way because of that, though. Doesn't mean because they're both human they can fucking do anything. He also goes into this like little argument from ignorance about, oh, you haven't provided any evidence. I'm on the negation of his point. I don't have to justify my claim. He's asserting this to be the case. And he said, oh, argument for ignorance can still be right. I provided why I can just flip the metric on him and say there's no evidence they're the same. So that's why we have to go into his thing. His whole thing was, oh, curse energy are the same. I provided why curses are negative energy, while reverse curse technique is positive energy. So there's a direct distinction between them. He never provided any correlation between those. His only metric really was they're just both curse energy, which I think the analogy would just defeat. So I don't think he really justified his point. What is this?
Okay, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the? It doesn't matter. Okay,
Or
so just
Poker?
to. Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say I don't know if Poker's here or not.
Pokery,
I'm here.
father.
Okay. Do you want to give your thoughts first, and then I'll just go into what I think after that, since you've been here longer.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm gonna really be the most reliable because the first half of the debate I really was not listening.
I just
much.
got here, so whatever.
Just because
the first
I
half
didn't
is
even know they were
irrelevant.
like running.
We both kind of dropped what we were talking about in the first
Yeah,
half.
because we kind of like came to the same conclusion on the first
It's
half.
mainly this CE
Yeah,
healing.
it's
point, I
the
think is
curse.
where-
It's the curse
energy, yeah.
energy.
Which okay, so basically, I think the just at like a bare bones argument standpoint, Eloz is just saying that they're both. He agrees that they're both healing, but the way the healing is performed is differentiated. So there has to be an evidence to provide towards why they're the same. Okay. I just want to like make sure. I know
Wasn't
what
Vogan's argument overall that it just wouldn't really matter since they're both healing?
Yeah,
they're both. Yeah. Okay. So they're both
like,
healing. He's saying
like,
that they both stem from cursed energy. So since they both stem from cursed energy, Trev, I'm gonna castrate you and shove your fucking neck down fucking
that gets me hard. Whoa, never mind.
Well,
Okay,
Never mind.
anyways,
shut up. You're fucking distracting me. I fucking stutter like 3 times now. Okay. Anyways, so basically, it's not really even. I was gonna say it's a dichotomy. It's not. Okay, so I hate both of you guys because both of you guys are wrong. Anyways,
I love you too.
All right, so in technical debate fashion, I would give this to Eloz strictly because of the. All right, right. You want to judge, buddy? Get in here.
Ray's not judging shit, bro.
Oh,
I think Trev won. We can move on.
Trev. Anyway,
honestly, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, Trev won. Yeah, Trev.
Trev W,
Okay.
bro.
Okay.
Trev W.
Anyway,
Bro, but I'll tell you guys why.
anyway. Yeah, Trevor. No one cares. Anyway.
The reason I won is because I'm a cutie
Trev,
patootie.
chill out. I just want to
Trevor,
fucking
shut up. This thing has too much
Trev,
sugar
you're
right now.
fucking removed from the GC again, alright, but anyway.
Okay. Listen, let me just give my reasoning real quick before I get cut off again. Alright, so basically, if we go into this like a basic dichotomy fashion, because I don't want to over. I fucking hate all of you. I don't want to over explain this. So we have 1, which is the same. 2 is they're different. 1 is the condition that was claimed. 2 is the opposition to that. If there's no evidence to substantiate either claim, it's being put into question. You would either argue that the default is what the argumentation is, which would fall to that, or if it's being put into question both ways and no substantiation could be given, it would just be the secondary, since there's no evidence that could be proven. I guess since it wasn't argued, I'd have to look at recording, unless it was argued. But if it isn't, then I'll just give it to Eloz. And that's my under-explanation of that singular point. There you go.
This nigga explained this so fucking overcomplicated.
It wasn't overcomplicated. It was very simplified. I was gonna go into each point, but I'm not gonna do that because that's too much work.
Cool. Vogan,
So-
you want to get into like speed scaling for them? Because I think if like, yeah, we could just go into like if Hikari's faster or not.
All right, you can go ahead and start with that.
Sure.
I mean, I started with the first one. And that's kind of like only fair.
Yeah, you cool. Yeah, Hikari over Yuta over Maki / Toji.
So why would you figure Hikari over?
Stated 4 times or 5 times.
Like by speed wise?
Just overall wise.
Can I see that?
Combative wise. Ace, you know what I'm talking about, right? The Yuta statement, the fucking promotional.
Okay, wait, real quick, just so we're on the same page. Who has Hikari and who has Toji?
I have Hikari. He has.
I was gonna
Toji.
say, I'm
I
assuming
have
you have
Toji.
Hikari. Okay.
Yeah,
What's
I'm taking DA. I don't know. I think either could win. I want to argue Hikari right now.
Yeah, Toji wins. Anyways, so
yeah. See, I'm arguing Hikari over Yuta over Maki or / Toji.
that is gross. Okay. What scan do you want?
Okay,
What scan do you want?
Give me the popularity poll, the fan book one, in the manga one, and there should be a Megami one.
So you want the Yuta scans or you want the Hikari scans?
The Yuta when the popularity poll also has one for Hikari where Hikari stated over Yuta.
Yeah, I don't got that, Chief, but I can give you the Yuta scans.
What Yuta? Anyways, just send me the Yuta statement from the manga. Ray, you know what I'm talking about with when Megami states it too.
Oh my god, bro! Bro, if you lose to this point, it's gonna be looking really bad for you. I don't even know who you're debating, but whoever it is, if they lose to this, it's still bad.
I know Frosty has the shit. Give me a second.
I know where it is. I'm going to it right now.
No, I'm talking about the popularity poll one.
Oh, the popularity poll. Yeah, I don't have that.
Frosty the Snowman. Fucking Teddy, bro. One of these niggas gotta have it. Like the fucking scan merchant, bro. It's bad.
Scan merchant Frosty. What a W.
Oh, bro, fucking Ray came in clutch. IW man. I got this shit. You have the translation for the top 2? I don't have the trans. It's fine. It's just we can go into translation if we have to. Look at send the Megami one though. There should be 5 scans.
I'm grabbing the Megami one right now.
Yeah, grab me the Megami one. It's like chapter 150.
It's 153 or 152 or 153, I think.
No, that's Maki versus the clan.
Oh, fuck.
Right?
You guys are sending fucking shit. I can't read Japanese.
Yeah, I'll give you the
Yeah, my fault. I can't read that.
Nah, you good. I'll get the translation, but don't worry.
Alright, I'm sending the one
The
for
bottom
the
two,
Megami.
bottom 2 are already translated. I'll give you the translations for the first 2.
I'm sending these in scan.
Dude, I really. Okay.
Okay. This is the Megami statement. You say you want the Yuta one as well, right?
But
I
when
already
you get
got. I already
to
got
be
the
stronger. I don't
Okay.
mean to be like context, but like, I already know the context of the bottom one, so it doesn't matter. Maki directly disagrees with Yuta there. I'm not saying we're not gonna argue that yet. I'm just gonna like. look
Give
at
me
the
a
one.
second. We can go over that after I give you these 5.
Yeah,
At
actually,
least-
yeah,
There's
let
a
me-
dance channel y'all can send this shit to, by the way.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, I'll
forgot.
do. Kenji Hikari Hinataki Fujuma to be.
Eloz, and then the other guy was fucking Ace.
Okay, so look at scans. Where's the fuck is the scans
I
channel?
got you.
I'm sending it in music, bro.
I tagged you. I tagged you in scans.
I know, but it's like all the way at the bottom of the server. Why would
Oh
you?
my god, bro's lazy as fuck. I didn't make the server. Don't look at me.
Whoever made the server fucking sucks. Look at music, bro.
I'm not looking at music.
Look at music, dog.
Oh my fucking god, this guy.
What is the disconnect, bro? What's going
It's
on?
not.
It's just
this
us
is-
being lazy.
Also, wait, Ray, can you get the translation for the second one where Yuji's in the picture? Where the fuck is this? This isn't.
Wait, what are you guys debating?
We're debating Toji versus Hikari.
Toji negs. I'm joking.
W.
Oh, I'm
Fuck's
not
sake.
joking.
I Hikari Kenji, a third year student, is per person who even stronger.
The thing is, what skill do they even have to get him below Toji? I mean, above Toji.
That's what we're going over. That's why it's a
Getting
debate.
in.
Hati.
Give me a second. I'm trying.
Okay, bro, how though? How is Hikari even worse?
We are going over that, sir.
Yeah, chill out, man.
Yeah,
Well, I
we're
can
going
give you the scale. It's just
Bro, once you
Hikari,
drop a whole YouTube video on him.
Hikari over Yuta over Maki to Toji.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
So okay, actually, leave the whole second scan. I only read like 3 sentences. My bad.
Not you good. Where's the
I
fuck
got
is
I got the translation, but the name's fucked up for.
It's
So,
fine. The name.
I would like to for the first scan. I would point out. I know it's gonna seem like shotgunning, but like I'll like number it and we can go like thing. But this is my initial thoughts of what I've read so far. So the first one, Maki states that that's not true. The second one, I like to know where you got that from. The third one is a mistranslation. And then the fourth one, let's see what this is.
There's 2 translations. This is the fucking other. All it changes is if it's rumored or not. This is the other one.
Which is kind of massive. That's really important context. Rumored and confirmed are massive. Like
Fine. It can just lead probability, but
where the fuck did Music Channel go? God damn it. There it is. That's great, but to Hikari we might as well be given what he's evolved in, I'm sure.
wait, yeah. Can you send the translation for the other one, right?
I got it.
This fucking not the one where Hikari's.
My fault, gang.
Nauseous, you need to stop, bro.
Eloz, there's 0 chance you win this point, bro. There's just no way.
Bro, nigga, trust.
Wait, are they actually debating right now?
Yes, Jay. Shut. I'm timing you out for a week. Oh my. I'm disconnecting even the VC. I hate you.
Honestly, yeah, I'm timing this stick out. Bro.
Why is
Like,
Jay
holy
even
Fuck, bro.
What did he do? Oh my god.
He sucks. He's absolutely horrendously dog shit. Bird's been debating for a year and he hasn't gotten better.
All right, there you
Wow.
go. That's the other translation, man.
Bro lost a 2v1. Like I'm sick.
Yeah, Ray, I got it. It's cool. Just look at music. Are you gonna try to give like a different interpretation on all of these?
So the first one again, Maki puts into the question. The second one, where's that from?
That's the popularity poll, right? Ray, you're like the scans guy.
I don't know. Osa sent it to me.
It's the
from the
popularity
poll.
The second one's the popularity poll.
Okay, can you get the full thing? Like, can I have Utah's one?
Can you do what to this one?
Can I have Utah's popularity poll?
I don't have that shit on me, bro. Yeah, I don't have Utah's popularity poll on me. There is one for Utah, but
Yeah, that's what I said. Yuta.
Yeah, I don't have it on me.
Oh, unfortunate. The third one, I don't.
The
really
third
think
one is
it-
just Megami reaffirming it.
Yeah, I don't really think it's relevant because it still stems from Yuta himself, who already says he's stronger. But we have multiple sources to claim that there is like speculation into it with the claim of him being stronger. You have Maki who says no. You have the scan you sent that says rumored to be. Like we have multiple instances of like people not even sure what it is, and we also have the scan. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, rumored to be doesn't provide confusion.
Yeah,
If there's a rumor, it could provide confusion for people not knowing it, but the people spreading the rumors would know it, right? Would be affirming it, right? If I hear a rumor that this guy is stronger than this guy, the people who are spreading the rumor have a gauge of their strength. And I think a unified interpretation.
We don't have confirmation of that.
Yeah,
Like you're making the assumption there.
Yeah. I'm not arguing it has to necessarily be the case. Yeah. I think it's just a unified interpretation of all of these. Like, Hikari is just stronger. You're saying Maki puts into question the first one. You're saying
Huh?
Hello?
That nigga just cut out.
Oh, I thought it was the only. I thought my
You
internet-
bet. Yeah,
I thought my internet died or something. So like
no.
everyone.
I got called. Hello. Am I good? Ace, Ray.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, finally. Yeah. So first interpretation, Maki puts into question. It's rumored, reaffirmation, said to be whatever, right? Well, the second one doesn't fucking say that, right? Where does it say?
It says it's powerful person who even Okotu acknowledges as stronger, but his curse technique is unknown.
Yeah, sure. So
Which
you give like more
reaffirms-
than one interpretation on the. You're just giving different interpretations on all.
And
these,
then here's this. So
which is fine. The unified interpretation would hold more credence, as it would have more pieces of evidence supporting that one alone interpretation.
Give me a sec. I'm currently.
You cool. Ace, you're tracking the argument, right? Just so
Oh, I know what your argument is. It's
Okay.
horrible, but
So I'm
Ace is
currently.
not tracking.
I hope you don't mind. If you do mind, that's fine. I'm currently getting someone to translate the last one to like double check it if it's.
Oh
like-
yeah, that's cool. I
Okay.
can send you the kanji if you want.
No. They said they got it. So I won't acknowledge the last one where it's Itadori Megami or not Itadori. Yeah,
That's
Itadori.
We can just wait till you get the translation. I'm cool with that.
Eloz, are you winning?
I got the first point. I'm just going on, bro. Hey, chill on me. This skill is ass, but Utah. Bro, I'm using Hikari over Utah over Maki to Toji, bro.
So this is what it translates to on his end.
Wait, he's being intellectually dishonest. Call him out. He doesn't think Hikari over Yuta.
Yes,
He's
I
lying.
do. You can
He's
never.
lying. He disagrees with his own stance.
True.
Call him
Ban
out on it.
him. Ban him.
He's being
ban him.
intellectually
Before joining the
dishonest.
telegame,
Ban
the
him.
two head out to the
The
beach.
point of a debate is to come to a truth.
Server
If
ban
he
him.
disagrees with it being
Oh
true,
yeah,
he can't come
It
to a
just says
truth.
what
So he
exactly.
wasn't conceding.
Yeah, I think. Well, let's just go with your fucking translation. That just supports mine even more. Yeah, fuck mine. Yeah, I like your translation better.
Here's the issue.
What exactly?
So what exactly is his ability that makes him stronger than Okotu when he's on a roll?
Yeah, that just affirms he's stronger. They're just questioning what makes him stronger.
Yeah, and then another issue too is I literally just had the pen on copy. Like, oh my fucking god, where'd it go? I'm gonna have to relook it up.
Give me a second. Sure. Give me.
Here's this scan too, which of Utah for it literally shows he's the second only to Gojo himself.
Yeah, an unusual abilities.
Which is it says right then and there.
Yeah, but I'll get you the TCB version. Give me a second.
If that's either way, it doesn't matter because it's still the same argument.
No, he can be above in unusual abilities.
Well, curse techniques and curse energy, that's all unusual abilities.
Why would that classify as unusual abilities?
Why would those not be unusual?
Okay, you're arguing that curse techniques would be. I don't have to justify why they wouldn't be if you haven't provided anything for why they would. Why they are.
Scans in here? Because me and Eloz are lazy.
Yeah, music is better. Or just fucking move scans up, bro. Some weirdos putting general and like scans so
The
much
reason
lower.
why it's unusual is 99% of the population can't use like curse technique. Or obviously 99% is a bit of a like crazy measurement, I guess. I mean, not really, because because
In the
even
context, it's referring to like Jujutsu being unusual. Like he's a cheat. I don't know why they would be referring normal people when in the whole show. When they refer to statements, they talk about. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I think.
it'd be unusual for like the general population.
Oh yeah, why would you refer to the general population though?
Because Gojo's abilities himself are like unusual. Like he can fucking slow down not slow down, but like infinite checkpoints, or the you know what I mean. He can slow down objects. I moved the debating category. W poker.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Where is it?
Yeah, even
There
let's
it is.
say we go with the interpretation that no, my bad. Yeah, even if we say that the interpretation that this would include curse techniques or not, we don't know which aspects of curse techniques it would include, and if that would take into account like you to like Hikari's shit or not, like Hikari's domain or not, or like what in specific is talking about. And I think the other Yuta, I think that like the 5 other Hikari statements would imply something different.
If that's fine. I mean, sure. If we want to go with the interpretation of it being unusual abilities only for like sorcerers, that's fine. But which I'll give that to you. Sure, that's fine. But I'm not going to give you the whole point. Just that itself.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Are you aware that like Maki and Hikari both agree Yuta like is the secret weapon to not? I want to say secret weapon to beating Suguna, but it states that like he's like their reinsurance. Yeah, if he got which we don't necessarily know. Yeah, we don't necessarily know what context they're talking about, but it's pretty safe to say they're talking about in strength because Hikari, they literally said like Maki's like Hikari, like not like directly said, but she says like Hikari and I are like better go out there. Like if we lose you, we lose insurance.
Yeah, because Yuta can use RCT to heal other people. So if
Yuta,
yeah, Shoko isn't a combatant though. She's gonna get fucking blitzed in one shot, bro.
No. Shoko's her. I fear. No,
anyway,
I'm
like as a combatant, he would be the most valuable because if let's say Maki and Hikari go in, they're starting to lose, they get weakened. Yuta can heal them and they could like fight again, right?
If Hikari's immortal for 4 minutes and 11 seconds, he doesn't need to be healed.
Yeah, but he's not immortal after that.
Well, he still spams his domain like it's fucking going out of
but
style, like fucking yard sale.
That's fine, but we see with Hikari and Kashimo, like when Kashimo like hits him in the intervals, in between the jackpots, he can get hurt very badly. And Sakuna's massively stronger than fucking base Kashimo, so he can do much more damage. I think it can just be interpreted as RCT and as a better combatant because if you can heal people, and they can constantly keep fighting because of that. Because him and Shoko.
If the case of it being reverse curse technique, then that means they'd have to protect Yuta because Yuta could possibly have a possibility of getting.
No, he can fight with them. It's just the fact that he's more valuable than them because if he goes down first, they can't heal him.
Yeah, but if he's the reinsurance because he's like the medic, like this, it's 2 a.m. Fuck. My fault. If he's like the insurance because he's the medic and stuff like that, that means they have to protect him. And if
no, I disagree. I think he can. Okay. I don't think they would have to protect him. I think they can all combat, like go in and fight, even if they're weaker. I don't think they have to be like Hikari doesn't have to be substantially stronger than Yuta. Nor does fucking Maki have to be substantially weaker than them, right? She's just weaker to an extent. He can still.
I'm gonna get a scan. You can keep going. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm doing real quick.
Yeah,
it doesn't
have to be to a degree where Yuta'd be fucking useless if he was a quote unquote medic. He can still fight them and keep up with them to an extent. He'd just be weaker than Hikari, and he's stronger than Maki. So,
but again, I'm getting the scan, I'm gonna just argue.
Wait, you're cool with Yuta over Maki, right?
I'm not gonna say anything about that.
We can go into that after then.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm not doing that. It's gonna take me a minute to get this scan, so just like, but so if Yuta is weaker than Hikari and Maki in his ability, like you said, I'm not disagreeing. Like what you said, like he's a fighter, right? Or well, your claim was at least Hikari. My fault. That's on me. He's weaker than Hikari. That means Hikari would be the bigger threat. But and let's say like he's because he's the medic.
Yeah,
And
you took.
he from the scenario you're given of him being possibly him being weaker than Hikari and possibly, I'm emphasizing possibly, being weaker than Maki, he would be like the missing link. They have to be protected because if his reverse curse technique is nothing, it'd be like like a Shoko in that scenario. Like he would just get blitzed.
No, because Shoko's just not a combatant. She just gets like fucked.
I mean,
by
even
everything.
if Yuta was a combatant, if he's so much weaker,
No,
then
he's not. He's not though. If he's possibly stronger than Maki, and Maki's saying, "Oh, I want to go in, but not Yuta or
no, she didn't say
Hikari."
I want to go in. She said it'd be better if I go in because
Yeah, that's it.
because
Because
Yuta is the insurance.
Yuta's the insurance, right?
Yeah,
So she's
not necessarily saying that like, oh, I can go in and hold my own. That's like
yeah. I'm not saying. I'm not arguing that necessarily. I'm just saying that it could either be what you're arguing, or it could just be the fact that oh, he's stronger than Maki, or whatever. He can keep up with Maki and them, but he's more valuable, or he's the quote unquote
okay,
insurance
I got
because
the
of
scan.
RCT.
But,
I don't think like you're just trying to give like different interpretations. We're both drawing an interpretation via
I
this
mean,
one.
yeah, but like that's whatever. Here's like reinforcements for like Yuta being the strongest of the three because of the fact Kenjaku considered, and then before you say like, oh, there's a scan of Kenjaku claiming Yuta isn't special. This is directly after that. Like this is directly after
The rest of the main fighters force, including Akotsu. Yeah, what about it?
He puts Akotsu as the leader. He names him. He name drops him specifically because Kenjaku in that moment, I feel like he thinks, yeah, Akotsu is like the
I don't think naming someone means anything.
It's really important because Kenjaku, in the context of Kenjaku, who looked at Yuta and was like, everyone's raving about him. He's nothing special. But then now he's name dropping him, like even Akotsu. Like he's
just including Akotsu. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say my team is so strong, and that team includes fucking Ray or someone, right? I don't think him like name dropping a car like Yuta when there's only 3 people.
Why would he not say like, oh, Hikari? Because if Hikari is stronger, he'd be the biggest threat of the. He'd be like, oh,
why you're drawing
including Hikari.
This.
Like it's like if I have a team like a basketball team, right? And I'm like, oh, dude, my team is awesome. Like my team's the best team ever. Because it includes LeBron James. Like that's kind of
that's where the disconnect is. He's not correlating that this is the heavy hitters because of Akotsu. If we say, oh, I have a really good team because it includes not because we have a really good team and it includes Steph Curry, right? Or including Steph Curry, they can also be as good as Steph or LeBron. It's just
why single him out in particular if the rest are just as good?
I don't know. I'm just saying that it doesn't have to lead.
Exactly. You don't know. I just
it could be multitude of reasons. It can just be because he wants to say Yuta, bro.
Yeah, and the most common interpretation there is because he's stronger. Like,
why is that the most common interpretation?
Why would it not be?
What do you mean common? Do you think something being commonly so that doesn't matter? But yeah, why is that the most common interpretation? And what is being the most common interpretation even entail?
Sorry, what was your question? I blanked out.
Okay, I asked 2 things. Why is that the most common interpretation?
It's the most simple one. Like it generally is the most simple one. Like
I don't know how you could ever justify that.
Okay, so you have a fighting force, right? The fighting force contains of 3 people, being Yuta, Hikari, and Maki, right?
Yeah.
You agree to that? Okay. If the main conversation we're having is them jumping Sukuna, which it is, after he fights Gojo, obviously it's going to be talking about strength. He's implying strength here.
Okay,
if he singles out Akotsu, hold on. If he singles out Akotsu over the 2, that obviously implies some sort of importance on Akotsu. And it's not just reverse curse technique.
Okay, you're saying he's implying strength because of their fight. You're going to fight him, right? I think this can just go back into my other interpretation with the insurance statement that he can just be single outing Yuta because he's the most valuable combatant. Let's say it like that.
Because he's stronger.
No. That's where he can be the most valuable because he has RCT that can heal other people.
But Hikari, who is basically immortal, which in a 3v, hold on. In a 3v1 scenario would be better than reverse curse technique because while his domain is on a cooldown and he has to activate it again, the other 2 can just completely distract Sukuna. Which again, he'd be singled out because he has reverse curse technique and infinite energy.
It's just an equal interpretation. You're saying that
at this point,
I don't get why. Yeah, because you're saying that Hikari would be more valuable because of blah blah blah. I'm saying Yuta could be more valuable because of blah blah blah, and then mine could actually just be more. Actually, no, yeah. It's just two. We have two panels. You're drawing one unified interpretation from that. I'm also drawing one
Like
unified.
I don't want to be like say Occam's razor, but that's basically what we're gonna have to do at this point. And my interpretation is the simpler one.
Less assumptions. We're both making the same amount of assumptions, so I don't think it applies.
It does apply. If you have two competing ideas and one is the most simpler explanation,
Oh
you go
no,
with
no, I
that
don't.
one.
I don't. I have one idea that applies to both of them. My one idea
Your
is
idea
he's
is competing with mine. You believe that he's important because he has reverse curse technique. I believe he's important because of strength. Which,
Okay,
given the context of who puts the assertion, being Kenjaku, who is talking about a fight, it's gonna have to go with strength.
So I'm just gonna restate this, and we can get a conclusion on this, right? You say, you looking at the context, it's a fight. A fight would also include healing. I'm talking about combative. So we're both using the context and the two statements to draw one interpretation. Your interpretation is just stronger, so he gets outlined and he's the insurance, right? And in a fighting sense, I'm saying.
Hold on. I have to disagree with because again, if we're going on importance here, let's break it down between the two characters being Maki and Hikari, right? Hikari's domain, okay, which in this series he's never lost. I know they give us a number. I'm not exactly sure.
What do you mean he's never lost?
It stated that like when the jackpot in his domain, he's like never lost, and he has like 30 consecutive hits or some shit like that. I don't fucking remember.
But your Occam's razor, it implies that like we would assume, or the default condition.
I'm giving you context and reasoning on why.
It just wouldn't be the default assumption. But what do you mean?
Context and reasoning as to why the assumption that it's because he has reverse curse technique is completely like not gonna work here. Because Hikari is a mortal for 4 minutes and 11 seconds, which would be infinitely better in a 3v1 scenario than a
okay.
Hold on, let me finish. And healing reverse curse technique, because of the fact of on his cooldown domain, after the 11th second is up, he has two other people that can go in and start fighting and then instantly activate his domain. Like the other two are a factor. And then you have Maki, who, to our knowledge currently right now, is the only character besides Toji who can't be hit by a domain, and which, being the fact that domains again are like the pinnacle of Jujutsu, that is a massive factor. Sure, you can argue that Kenjaku doesn't know that, and he could just continue like assume that Maki's fodder, which then would give more evidence to assume.
Okay. You're making like multiple claims, so let me address them real quick. Or multiple. Like,
yeah, my fault.
So you bring up Hikari. It's not their whole. You said this earlier too. Their plan is to jump him. It's not. They're not gonna send Hikari first. Let him be infinite curse energy, and then fucking come in later, right? It's not. I don't even get where you're getting that from. So if they're jumping him, that's why would be more effective, because he can constantly be healing them while they're 3v1ing Sukuna. Second, the Naoya statement when she says she's immune to she said, they're immune to domains because what's it called? They're recognized as cursed like buildings and shit, right? Because they don't have cursed energy. They're thought to be objects.
Yeah. I know, and you're gonna bring up the fact that his domain, like Sukuna's domain, attacks like
everything.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
That's not really. It's semi-relevant, but not too crazy relevant because of the fact
just bringing
how I introduced the argument.
It's just relevant to this sub point you made about Maki's just immune to domains. Sure, she's immune to like 99% of domains, just not open barrier domains like Sukuna. So in this context, I don't think that would matter either.
Yeah, that was my exact point. It doesn't matter because we don't even know if Kenjaku knows that she can do that. So Kenjaku just views her as irrelevant right now.
Yeah, so we can just like. I think it could be even more probable with the Hikari.
Real quick, I want to attack the point that you made, like, they're not going to send Hikari. Like, no, they're not. But the problem is Hikari, and we see this when he fights. I'm going to butcher her name. Udame, that like the fucking ice bitch.
Urame?
Yeah, we see instantly he doesn't care, and he's domain expansions. He's fighting Sukuna. He's gonna either domain expansion before arriving to the battlefield or domain expansion as he's arriving to the battlefield. Like we even see that with Hikari, where he has that 4 minutes 11 seconds. He pulls up on Hikari instantly. We're gonna see that frame one, he's activating domain expansion, which in a 3v1 scenario, which is massively important because of his immortality. He is the bigger.
He also has to land jackpot. Like it's not like an instant thing. He still has to get jackpot.
Yeah, and it's a 3v1.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is he wouldn't be instantly immortal, even if he like right as the battle.
He has two other people to protect him while he hits
that's perfect. He has two other people RCT who can RCT him while he's trying to get jackpot. That's perfect.
Another thing too is, again, the implication of you saying, "Oh, he has a reverse curse technique to heal him while he's getting the jackpot," means that Sukuna is just gonna blitz and probably hit Hikari, and if that's the case, he'll just blitz Yuta while he's healing him.
Oh, he doesn't. No. You don't have to be blitz levels below because their whole idea.
When I say blitz,
No,
I don't mean like
I'm
actually
gonna
blitz.
go into
I'm
why
saying,
they are.
like,
I'm gonna explain why they aren't. In that same insurance statement, the same chapter, Hikari literally points out that Gojo said to go in when they're comparable or Gojo's weaker than them. So their whole point is they're gonna jump in after they know they're not gonna get fucking blitzed. So obviously Sukuna can still tag them and do damage, but in that time, because they're still comparable, because the whole thing was go in when you're like around Gojo's strength after he's weakened, right?
I agree.
So if they're comparable, they both can tag each other. So
Here's
that's
the
why.
issue, right? Is the Sukuna? They still believe that Gojo, when he died, like moments before he died, was stronger than them, which would prove that the Sukuna, who is battered, bloody, and weakened, is still
Oh
stronger than them.
they don't. Yuta directly doesn't even think that. Yuta thinks he can go and fucking fight like the
but Hikari, you're right. Yuta thinks that, and guess who disagrees with that? Hikari.
Oh no.
Hikari's like he said, jump us when we're weaker than him.
Yeah,
and Yuta thinks he's got it. So that would imply that Yuta think in that situation he is the most valuable. Hikari thinks he's not prepared.
I just want to that. Hikari gives a direct reason as to why too, because they think Sukuna has something up their sleeves. It's not in reference to physicality.
Do you have a scan of show like they think Sukuna has something up his sleeve?
Yeah, Ace, you know what I'm talking about? They directly say Sukuna still has something he's hiding, or he has something up his sleeve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hikari says. I can just read the statement, or I could just grab it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's directly in conjunction with that because
Hikari just says Sukuna probably has some killer move up his sleeve and is waiting for us to all jump out there to use it.
Yeah, it's not because they think they're gonna get blitzed. It's he thinks Sukuna has some type of hacks ability, which that's not the point. I'm just arguing if they're not going under that assumption, right? Because you're arguing from a physicality standpoint, that wouldn't be the case. But yeah, Ace could send the panel.
So another thing too, you can grab that panel. I have another one. I'm gonna actually send it in debate scans on fucking instead of music. But if we look at the scan of them talking about jumping in, Hikari does state, like, I'll read it out. Chill, Akotsu, Kashima was right. Gojo said he only wants to help if he gets weaker than you or me, which implies that currently he is not. And Akotsu, Yuta responds, that depends on the circumstances. Sukuna's domain just got wrecked. Rika and I would be effective against two Shikigami. So they are both agreeing that right now Gojo's still stronger, but in the circumstance of a 3v1, he and Rika are going to be better.
Yeah, I think because Hikari goes into further elaboration. Wait, what did you say there? Ace said to yeah. He might be holding back a killer move, and if we go out, he might unleash it. Yeah, so I think Hikari, like, right after stating that, go after Gojo's weaker than us, if he gives elaboration on what he means, it could just be in reference to this thing, being the fact that he has some type of hacks, like the fucking black box or something. That doesn't.
The same is also for Gojo here. Yuta even says, like, you were right. Like, I wouldn't. The hollow purple.
Yeah, that's in reference to purple. He doesn't think.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to do it because he wouldn't have done it because Yuta would have probably died.
I think it's just in reference to the vicinity. If he uses if Yuta goes out there, and the whole point was
he would have died from that technique.
Wait. So let me just. The whole point was Yuta was going to try to go in. Rika and Yuta were going to fight Agito and Maharaga and get them away from Gojo, right? So he can release pressure from Gojo. So if the whole point was to get him away and have less focus on Gojo, if he uses purple, the vicinity of the attack would be more dispersed, so it wouldn't be as effective. That's why Yuta says, he wouldn't be able to pull this off. Because even at the end of like chapter 235, when he uses purple, Sukuna's like at the end of the blast radius, so he's like fucked up, but he's not dead. And Sukuna earlier stated that if he got hit by a blunt force of purple, he would have died, right?
But a blunt force of the 200% purple.
Yeah, but
which is massively different from the one that got shot out.
He says 100.
He says. Can you show that? I could be misremembering. I just want to make sure though.
Yeah,
but the reason why this is important for the purple is right. Yuta would have believed he would been holding him back, but the also conclusion too is and Gojo wouldn't have done it because Yuta would have died here, which would mean that the Gojo and the Sukuna currently out on the field are still stronger than both Yuta and Hikari.
Because of hacks.
Because of what?
Because your argument's pertaining to physicality, and I'm saying that because he has something he can't reveal, a Hack's ability. Gojo can use purple that could have damaged Yuta heavily, or it could have been dispersed. Right? Either interpretation's fine.
You do know that you can buff your stats with curse energy, right?
I'm sure. So yeah, obviously.
Okay. Give me a second. Let me read this. I'm sorry. Let me read this real quick. I can't.
Let's go, Vogan.
That put us over 120% with some of the binding vow. However, I got away with just losing 2 reinforced hands when taking a direct hit under 4. Yeah, neither of us is at full strength. If he lands with a hit with a purple at that distance, at even just 100% to be fatal. So what again? Which doesn't disprove what I said. In the context of that, 100% of purple is still weaker than the one that got shot at him at the 4-kilometer range. So he said, since they're both weakened right now, a purple of that power would kill him.
No, he's saying that even so, he says if 200% purple hit me, it would have killed me or done damage or whatever. He says even if I get hit with 100% being normal purple, I would also fucking die.
That is not what he says.
Let me just read this panel real quick. You're repeating yourself again for just now. As long as I don't get it, when purple really is this the panel? Yes. When purple really cuts loose, its output is over 120% with a bounding foul. However, I got with losing 2 reinforced arms when taking a direct hit from just for neither of us at full strength. Neither is at full strength. If he lands a hit with purple that at this distance, at even 100%, it'd be fake. Yes, he says if he lands it from this distance at our current strengths being 100% purple, not 200 or 120% purple, it would still be fatal.
Which
so
that
I'm saying
that 100% purple would be weaker than the one he got hit earlier. We both agree on
I'm
that.
not. I'm not comparing this purple to fucking.
I know. I know you're not. I know we're not comparing.
I'm saying the purple he hit him with at 235 is weaker or the same strength as to the purple he's referring to in this prior chapter being 234, I think, right? So if that's the case, then the distance does matter because he directly quotes because Yuta would disperse the distance, it wouldn't be as effective, or he'd be quote unquote holding Gojo back. You wanna, yeah, I think we kind of
the purple. The purple in 226 is stronger, right? We're gonna. I'm just gonna make sure we're agreeing on that.
226 or 236? That's
236. My fault.
Oh no, 236 is just normal purple. The only time purple
the one when he jumped Sukuna, when he jumped Sukuna at the start of the fight and he shot the purple at him, that's stronger.
Yeah. So at the start of the fight, he used a 200% purple. At the very end of the fight, he used a normal purple.
A normal purple in the context of him being that weakened.
He's weakened, yeah, sure. Purple's weakened. I'm not arguing this purple's like fucking stronger than 200, but that'd be idiotic.
Okay. But that still doesn't really prove. Oh fuck! I just deleted that tab. I'm so sad and upset. Now I'm gonna kill myself.
You wanna? If you don't think it proves it, then you just wanna conclude. Because I think we've been on this point for so long.
My issue again is just back to the Yuta thing again. Is the Sukuna that they supposedly have to jump would still, in the context of we've given everything, would still be stronger than all 3 of them on the battlefield.
Okay.
But I mean, that's fine. I mean, if you want to go conclusion, that's fine, and you can start.
Yeah. I think we've already addressed that, or I think at least I've already addressed that point multiple times, so we can conclude. Ace, do you need a conclusion? Because I don't feel like concluding this whole.
Yeah. I'm just gonna tell you right now that whole purple point. You two just argued just to argue. That shit was so irrelevant.
Shut up.
I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. Y'all just argue. That shit was irrelevant as well.
Arguing's fun.
Anyways, so you just want me to judge the Hikari and Yuta, who's more valuable? Shit.
No. The overarching point is Yuta over Hikari. Or Hikari, my bad. Hikari over Yuta with my initial 5 statements. And then we go on to this not being true.
If you just want me to go over that, that's simple. That's just unified statement. That's fine.
Yeah, and then
that'd be unified over dispersed. I mean, that you wanted me to give it
give a judgment on both of them. This whole Gojo orange shit and the fucking unified statement.
Okay, so wait, what was the first one you said?
Yeah, the first point being the Hikari statements. The second part being the fucking insurance stuff.
Okay. For the insurance thing, right? You guys went over the like who's more like valuable, pretty much.
And what it means.
Yeah. So basically, it's two things. Occam's doesn't really work there because you're both making practically equivalent assumptions, unless you could prove, which he did ask, unless you could prove why the default to the in place dichotomy, because that's not actually a dichotomy, but the in place two interpretations, unless you could prove why one is the default, then that wouldn't go through as Occam's.
I gave him
so
the
it wouldn't
argument
matter.
for the default, and he glossed over it.
What was your argument? What was your argument for
My
strength being
argument
a
of the
default
default
condition?
was the context of Kenjaku. The first time he ever sees Yuta, he calls him nothing and nobody, and which would value strength. And then the next time he starts talking to him is talking about in the context of jumping Sukuna, which would the default would be strength, because if he's not talking about the strength, he doesn't value him as strong enough to jump Yuta or Sukuna.
I addressed the context part. I said what Kenny says could still be applicable, because you're saying what Kenny's saying in the context would have to relate to strength. Well, I'm saying that could still support my interpretation. He thinks he's useless, but now he thinks he can fucking use RCT to like a higher level or just support.
My problem with that is like that if first card technique is the main factor, then he would view Shoko the same way, and he would view Shoko.
I wouldn't see how Shoko's not a combatant, and
yeah, and then we started talking about how relevant Yuta is against Sukuna, which that is why I bring up the question into your interpretation of why reverse card technique is so valued when Hikari's domain is regional mortal in a 3v1.
Yeah, because and then you would say, oh, it wouldn't be valuable if they get blitz, blah blah blah. And then that's where we go into this whole purple shit. I say, oh, they wouldn't get blitz because Yuta thinks he can keep up with Maharaga and Agito. And then that's why we go into this whole purple thing about me saying that the reason he says he was like not true, and the context behind Hikari's statement was the fact that, oh, Yuta, my bad, let me rephrase that. The context behind the Hikari statement was because Sukuna has something like behind the sleeves, right? Something hidden, and then the fucking purple being dispersed. Both hacks base abilities that wouldn't attack the physicality point. Because if it's just hacks, it wouldn't be them getting blitzed.
I went over the physicality point of the fact that the Sukuna we see would be strong, because we never really went over the fact that he had like the 4 arms for him, which is fine because but
we don't. Yeah.
I went over the fact of the physicality point that, like, based on the features that were shown, the Sukuna that got hit after the purple is still stronger than the people who are present. Like, not even the Sukuna that got hit by the purple, even, like I mentioned, physicality wise, is stronger than the people present. Because while you did go over Hack's abilities, that is true.
Yeah, I disagreed with that, and I said they aren't stronger than their current forms because Yuta says this, and you said your contradiction or your arguments against the Yuta statement was the Hikari and the Hikari statement and the purple statement, which I think I defeated both of them or gave like different interpretations on both of them.
You gave different interpretations of with no backing. Well, I gave multiple scans of it talking about how Gojo's the only ones to help us if he gets weaker than you or me.
Sent me both panels. Like Ace literally sent the panel about the fucking hidden ability shit and the other thing, the whole purple being dispersed, and the panel about.
And my reasoning would be is because the reason why he wouldn't be able to is because Yuta would just die.
Why? What do you mean Yuta would just fucking die? That's what's
purple.
Yeah.
That's
hacks. That's my whole point.
Yeah, hacks. My whole point is physicality.
Ace, are you okay? Ace, do you get what I'm arguing? Or...
Do you even get what I'm arguing at this point? Because I'm giving the point that
we can appeal to. I just want to see if I'm like misconstruing the argument.
Okay, say it one more. Say it one more time.
Okay, so he's arguing. What happens was the whole context shit, right? He's appealing to the judge. Yeah, I'm asking the fucking Ace to clarify the point, you moron. Anyways, we go into this whole. Yeah, we go into this whole point about like what's it called, purple and shit, right? He's arguing, yeah. So the whole RCT thing, he says, "Oh, Yuta." He questions it, saying, "Oh, why would he be so valuable if he just gets blitzed, right? Or if he just fucking dies instantly?" I didn't bring up the Yuta thing. He can keep up with Maharaga and Agito thing, right? to say he is comparable to them at this point when they're weakened. He says that isn't true because of the Hikari and purple thing, right? About Hikari saying that they have to be weaker than Gojo. I said Hikari elaborates further. He's arguing physicality. He's arguing that they could physically just get blitzed. I get further elaboration with the Hikari statement, the one you said that Sukuna has something up his sleeve. I'm saying he's directly correlating that to that. And then the purple shit, I gave the whole dispersed thing. And he said, oh, it could just be he also just dies. Either interpretation would be hacks. If they're dying to hacks and he's arguing physicality, he doesn't support it. So I'm saying they can physically still keep up even if they're losing via hacks. If they can physically keep up, then Yuta wouldn't just instantly die and he can still heal.
I disagree with that, and I give multiple reasons as to why.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Because
his main argument was like the hacks abilities, and I give multiple instances of hacks not really mattering in this situation because of the fact they don't scale immune physically. Because Hikari's the one that states. Gojo said only jump in if we're weaker than him. Where did y'all put this game? Yeah, Hikari's not the one that states. Hikari is the one that states. Ooh.
It is Hikari.
Yeah, my fault. But basically the fact that Sukuna gets hit by the hollow purple, and in that state I fully explained why I still think physically he is stronger. Because Mahabharata got one shot by the purple. Sukuna didn't. And I gave multiple instances where I try to argue multiple instances where he's keeping up with Gojo physically, and the instances where they're both weakened. And if Yuta hopped in at that moment, it wouldn't have been at all any different.
I explained the whole bro. This is why we went over the purple. It's a range thing. He literally says from 4 kilometers I was able to die. So because Maharaga was closer, he's gonna take the blunt of the hit. That doesn't prove Sukuna over Mahou. And I directly did just say they were keeping up. And if this was your only, I think this was the only thing. Oh, the purple shit.
Oh no, I know.
No way.
Wait, what happened?
Just give him a second. Just give him a second.
Did he get yelled at by his parents? We're getting jumps? Like, what's going on?
Burden of rejoiner debate over.
Did he get stoned? Wait, did he get stoned?
No. His mom came in his room.
Oh my god.
Bro's getting his ass beat.
She had to hit him with paralysis.
Bro, I got work at 12:30 p.m. tomorrow for in 8 hours, so I gotta hurry.
W excuse. Let's go.
I'm not gonna see. I'll stay up till 5 a.m. if I have to, but goddamn, that shift's gonna be horrible.
Bro said I'll take your concession. That's crazy.
My bad. I'm good.
Rain ain't ready for when I throw fucking
No.
I have to judge Curse versus Doodles tomorrow.
Yeah, hey, you there?
Hey, tomorrow?
Yes. Okay, we're on conclusions. I mean, I guess we'll just have the judge talk about it because we're
the debate?
Jay, I'm gonna fucking ban you. Shut up.
Shit, Jay, shut the fuck
Hey,
up.
just give your judgment on this, and we're probably gonna debate.
Oh my god. Oh my god, right? Why
nigga just be yapping.
He just got here. Y'all already on his case. God.
Anyway, as we were saying, I guess we'll let the judges talk about it.
I think we've explained enough.
Yeah.
The purple shit is fine.
Alright, I believe that East won. So
Ace? Let's go Ace.
W. Let's go.
W for Ace. I'll go.
The secret.
Right, I'll take my dub and leave. All right, cool.
Ace is the real winner for having to sit down and comprehend all of this.
Also,
but as a spectator, I think Vogan won, respectfully.
What'd you say?
Anyways, all right. Poker, do you want to give your thoughts at all, or you tug it out for today?
I want to say one more thing. Vogan can
on that like specific point, like especially when they were arguing the analogy point, I do think Vogan's arguments were just stronger. And Eloz tried to counter Occam's razor by saying something like they were making the same amount of assumptions. But it's like Occam's razor is not just exclusive to assumptions. And Vogan brought that. Yeah, he even brought that up like during the convo. He was like, my interpretation is just a simpler interpretation. Like Eloz's did require just a bit of a
so if we go over truth condition hierarchy. If we were to go over like specified truth conditions or whatever, not even truth conditions, we're just going to talk about like what we would all generally agree with. That'd be a different case. But in the context of a debate sense, it's a little different because arguing that something is a simpler like argumentation, you'd have to like provide why it's the default condition to the set dichotomy. That's the only problem I have with it.
We went over that.
So if you
the way Vogan explained it, made way more sense than how Eloz did.
I questioned why.
Okay, wait. So you can just tell me if I'm wrong. Your argument for why it was strength is in reference to them fighting, right?
It was in reference to the fact that, like, 'cause I said before, like, Kenjaku looked at Yuta, and was like, he's nothing special. I don't know what everyone sees in him.
Yeah, you gave
he just switches up later.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you gave the scam where Geto was saying, or not Geto, sorry, Kenjaku was saying that it was like that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Eloz said that helps his case as well, because he could just argue the case of the fact that if he thinks that he's not strong, he'd only hold value due to RCT, which is his original argument.
And then we went over why that wouldn't be the case, because I then went over Hikari would on paper be like more of an outstanding person because of his, like, not because of strength, but because of his domain expansion.
Yeah, I said
something. Yeah. So basically, the problem is this is all in realization. This is really just opinionated. You think of the case that Hikari is more valuable because he's practically immortal, and Eloz thinks that Yuta is more valuable because of RCT. Your debunk to the RCT being more valuable is that they have Shoko, but the problem with Shoko is what he brought up is that Shoko's not a combatant. So if they're fighting, Shoko's not going to provide any assistance.
Yeah, but then I brought up in the context of that Yuta being like, if Yuta was like combatant and it was a 3v1 in like, because he mentioned the fact like Hikari has like a cooldown, not like a cooldown, but like an interval where he can't activate domain, like he has to activate instantly. Like interval where he runs out of immortality, right?
Yeah, his in between.
Which
I brought up the starting thing too. I said he doesn't like automatically start in jackpot.
No, but I did bring up the like
regardless of if he starts and doesn't. I mean, I think that point is kind of irrelevant. Just continue.
Anyway, and I brought up that fact, and I said in a 3v1 scenario that wouldn't matter because there's two other people to keep the heat on him. And then we went over the fact of like he doesn't start in it, and I said like that's fine. There's two other people to like keep distraction for him to hit the jackpot. And then he said that instead, what Yuta would just heal him in the reverse curse technique, which that itself would imply Hikari would get damaged or hurt. Which if that was the case, then I counter with while Yuta's healing him, Yuta would also just get attacked and hurt. Which then his reverse curse technique wouldn't matter.
I hate you guys. You guys are both so dumb. It does. I think it doesn't matter. Okay, I don't want to give anybody arguments, but I do think this is just non-assistance for like really either side. Like they're in a fight, everyone's going to get attacked in some way, case or form. If they're all comparable in some way, then everyone's going to be getting attacked. So if someone needs to heal, which is I don't know. This is just like
I did argue they were like, because they're comparable, they can tag each other. It's on where I come in.
We went on to that point. They're not.
Yeah. So what Ace? I'm just saying what Ace is saying.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can give Rob. Give me a second.
Bro, so give me a second. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go over Rec as well, because I think there was something that I missed but I don't think so. Or I don't know though.
But Ace, who do you think won that point?
Which one? Because we're talking about 2 points right now.
Oh, the valuable one.
The valuable point. I think if you take away the opinionated factor of it, just like a flat up dichotomy, it would just be equal. You can't really argue one over the other if both conditions are leading to if there are multiple scans with both people leading up to different like argumentation, and they both use the same scans for that argumentation. Not like he's saying this scan means this and the second scan means something different, and the other person is saying the two scans mean one thing. They're both saying both scans lead to their argument, which they provide justification for. So if that's the case, then it would just be equal interpretation. Otherwise than that, the problem I had with Occam's razor is the fact that it's opinionated. So if it's just strictly opinionated and it's not, we're just going over assumptions, we just pull up to a dichotomy, which is what I just went over.
I'm gonna save Rec because no,
it is free.
Like, dude, it's literally like me when I have to use a bot to fucking record a VC or shit, and I have to make an account and then hit the download button. Like, Jesus
I
Christ.
would have been used OBX, but I can't get it on Mac.
Like, I knew the server was
Oh,
smelly for a
Mac.
few reasons.
Oh,
Holy
God.
shit.
On Mac
Cause-
is crazy.
I am.
Yeah.
Ace, just give. What was your judgment on the first part though, the Hikari skins? Because I said if
The
Okay,
Hikari
yeah.
skins,
Yeah,
the
wait a
Hikari skins were kind of dropped. That's why I just was like, that would just be
Yeah, but
collective over split.
I can try and find it in the recording towards the end before we
Which,
concluded.
by the way, just from
Which
here on
I was
out,
using
if
the
you
Hikari
ever,
skin to support my interpretation of the
yeah,
RCT at the
I know.
So
I
if it's
agree.
equal without the Hikari shit, then mine would just be
You,
over.
you said something about bringing a probability, but you didn't go into it.
Yeah.
I know what you were going for. We shouldn't argue it. You just said it would probably lead to credence.
Yeah. I
That's
just said it
fine,
would be
though.
more probable.
Anyways, no.
Either way, if it wasn't a negation, it
If
wouldn't
someone,
matter.
okay, this is for anyone here. If you ever get put in that position ever, are you guys gonna keep debating? Or are you guys done?
No, we're
It depends on the verdict of the point.
Someone else put the bot in here.
The verdict of the point, like the whoever gets this point, literally like wins.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because like we could go over Maki, but like,
bro, it's like 3-something. Bro.
I got work at 12:30 p.m. tomorrow, so
Yeah, I'm not gonna continue debating it. It's like
Excuses.
That's fine.
we can just get judgment on this. Then whoever gets this is the winner. I'm cool with that.
That's fine. I think
I think Logan won. Oh god.
so. I think if you guys are just appealing to me, or you guys are appealing to me and Pokery.
Pokery isn't even fucking listening. Well,
because Eloz picked you, I picked Bokery, just to have like a fair judge. That's full bias.
Yeah. Hey, so you can keep your job. I'm gonna go to fucking sleep, bro.
I mean, I already did.
Oh, what was your
I
judgment?
think it was just. I think the first point, if it's just equal or the second point technically, if it would just be credence to one. Second point would just be equal interpretation. That's the very simple. That's the very simple explanation of that.
If it's equal interpretation, almost a negation.
W's high.
Yeah, my initial point would go through about Hikari over Yuta though if it's equal.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, because you bring this up to contradict that.
Because if it's equal interpretation, both of our interpretations, my interpretation of Yuta, your interpretation of Hikari would be good.
Yeah, but I bring up the Yuta the Hikari shit to say
equal interpretation would just drop the initial argument.
Yeah, it would just drop the contradiction if there's no contradiction.
If there's no contradicting factor, or if it isn't substantiated over the other interpretation, it would just drop completely.
So he won.
Yes, in technicality, even though he really should not have.
Unfortunate.
If you ever get put in a situation where someone says Hikari's over Yuta and then sends you those scans, just say one thing: reaffirmation. That's all you need to say, and you're done.
I don't know what that means.
All of those scans are literally saying the exact same thing, and they're all about one statement.
Yeah,
all of the scans are in reference.
I brought that up. I brought that up. Like it's in reference to
it.
And then we didn't go back to it, so I understand why I lost.
But yeah, if you argue that, if you just look over and say each scan, I think you said I heard you say reaffirmation for one scan, which was the oh god, what was it? It was the poll. It was the poll. You said reaffirmation for the poll. All of those statements are reaffirmations.
Okay.
So
I mean, I brought up the fact that like they're all diverged from the statement of Yuta literally stating like, yeah, he's stronger than me, which again is with Maki there just reinforces the idea of like that might not even be true to begin with.
Yeah,
all those stands back up the question. Like all those questions just say the same thing: rumored, possibly, maybe, could have. And
even if you argue separate from each one, it wouldn't really matter. You just have to argue that they're all singular. So if they just all lead,
I don't know if it's in the recording. It could be in the recording, but I'm pretty sure I did bring that up. That all the scans are saying the same thing. It's just rumored.
You said reaffirmation for one scan, but if you had said that for all scans, you would have just
bro, Vogan, I don't even believe in this argument. But
I know. I can't. Okay, I can't. No. I can't give like, oh, you don't believe. That's whatever. I argue a bunch of stuff I don't fucking believe in. Like that's the fun part.
Yeah.
Like I can get Sukuna to high outer. I don't believe it. It's horrible. It's ass.
I fucking hate Hikari, bro. You got me arguing for like Hikari.
Hikari is so shit.
I will say the first point I shouldn't have lost because you literally conceded, but it's whatever. I don't care. Debate lost. It's whatever. It's 3 a.m. I don't care anymore.
That was I wasn't even there for that.
Yeah, he was like he literally agreed that it's the same application, which I'm not gonna argue what that like is whatever, but it's fine.
Oh,
And
I just heard it. I just remember him saying they both heal. If you say that, if you say that like it works the same way, then yeah, that's good.
yeah, he literally says like the because I was like the application is the same. He goes, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I have a bomb. Like, holy shit, debate over. Fuck you.
So I should have won the first point, which I mean I guess it doesn't matter because the second point is all that mattered.
My mic shit. I tried putting AirPods on and I can't hear y'all now. Ace
That's
talk.
unfortunate.
Oh fuck!
really
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, we good. We good.
Bro, got the
These mic,
freeze pods.
bro. These fucking AirPods suck. Why are we recording us talking? Just
Yeah, get
I don't know, bro.